everybody, and welcome back to Movie Files, here with a new movie review, and this time it's for the Netflix original film Close, which stars Noomi Rapace. Now, in all my reviews, I like to touch on the positives, the negatives, give you guys a score of the film, and then also, since this is on Netflix, I'll let you know if I think it's worth streaming. Now, before I get into all those details, I want to welcome all those that are new to Movie Files. If you haven't already, definitely subscribe to our page. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date with all of our latest content. Now, with that being out of the way, let's talk about Close. A bodyguard and counter-terrorism expert Sam takes on a job protecting Zoe, a young rich girl. Neither party is keen on the arrangement until a violent kidnapping forces them to go on the run. Alrighty, so like all my reviews, starting off with the positives, I gotta start with really the brightest spot of this entire movie for me, which is Noomi Rapace, which is no surprise. Every movie I've seen her in, from whether it be Prometheus, The Girl's Dragon Tattoo, or even recently on Netflix, she's done a couple films. I think of Bright, even though that movie wasn't the greatest, she was a pretty cool character. And most recently, I haven't seen this film, but I know she did another film late last year with Netflix, so she obviously has a pretty good relationship with them. But again, she always demands the screen, and she's nothing short of great in this film. Her character is really strong. Within the first 5 minutes, you kind of see how badass of a character she is. She's actually portraying someone in real life who's a world famous bodyguard known for protecting people like Nicole Kidman, J.K. Rowling, and even the royal family. So this movie's inspired off of that character, and I would think that she did the character justice because she was a real badass. Like I said, the first 5-10 minutes you kind of know what she's about. She's in this really kind of violent situation, and it's pretty interesting to see how she gets out of it, as well as throughout the film she's put in these crazy circumstances. Is this one particular scene where she is handcuffed to with her hands behind her back. She has to take on this guy who has a gun, and it's a really violent scene, and it's really well shot. But Noomi Rapace was really great as Sam in this film, and I really enjoyed her character the most. She was literally the highlight of this entire film. Some other things that I really enjoyed, again, the action was handled well. There was some really cool shots throughout the film. It kind of had some vibes of like kind of Born Identity and kind of in the Sicario world, because they were like overseas, and it was, a lot of just corrupt things going on that kind of reminded me of Sicario, but also, like I said, the grittiness reminded me of the Bourne trilogy as well. So I thought that was good, just the kind of the setting of the movie. And also, too, just the action. It was paced pretty well. It's about an hour and a half or so. It didn't really, slow down at moments. It was really good action, and it had some slower moments, but it was, with those slower moments, we got an action moment. So it kind of balanced itself out. Outside of that, getting to my negatives here, Noomi Rapace was great, but her co-star, if you want to call that, her, the Zoe character, was annoying in my opinion. It kind of, when the scenes were, Noomi Rapace was having these badass moments and Zoe was on the screen with her, it's just like she was just annoying. Again, that was the character. She didn't know what, this is a situation she's not familiar with, so obviously it plays to that character, but just the way the actress kind of played out those scenes, this Zoe character, it just kind of annoyed me, and just I wasn't a fan of the character, and some of her lines were a little off, and the performance wasn't the greatest. So definitely supporting character wasn't that great. The story kind of felt confusing at times. Not that I didn't know what was going on, but it was a very straightforward story, but it was like this, they threw in these certain storylines that just didn't really add up. There's some cops that were involved, and there's the stepmom storyline and her taking over the company. It just kind of got a little muffled and kind of confusing in the sense of like, where do you guys want to go with this movie? And ultimately that kind of leads into my biggest negative, which is the ending of this film, which is kind of just really anticlimactic. It is just kind of just dull and just kind of flat and just kind of ended, which was just kind of disappointing, especially because you come off of this, third act that was pretty action paced, and it just kind of just ended. It was just kind of just out of nowhere. So all in all, I'm giving this film a 2.5 out of 5, which is a little bit higher than the score I gave I.O., which is a film I checked out over the weekend, of a Netflix original. Again, Noomi Rapace was great. The action was handled well, but all in all, I've seen this movie before. It didn't really bring anything new to the action movie. It's a kind of, again, in the vein of a Taken, Bourne Identity, Sicario type of setting, which is cool, but it just didn't have all those great moments from those movies I just mentioned. But again, at the end of the day, is it worth streaming on Netflix? I would say if you have nothing else to do and you want to watch, some cool scenes with Noomi Rapace, if you're a fan of her work, definitely check it out. But if you're debating, should I watch this or The Punisher or watch maybe Glasses Weekend, I think you would probably pass on this. So again, 2.5 out of 5 for me. Definitely let me know in the comments if you guys have checked out, if you liked it more than I did. Let me know some of your favorite films that Noomi Rapace is in, and overall just your thoughts on this review. If you enjoyed this review, definitely hit that thumbs up. Share this video. Again, subscribe to our channel, guys, if you haven't already. I love interacting with you guys. So again, comment below, follow us on our social media accounts, check out our other content. Again, I did a review for I.O., which is a Netflix original film. We have a Glass non-spoiler review up on our channel now, and a spoiler review slash discussion, which is going to be released once this video is on. It will be on our channel already. And then I actually checked out another Netflix film that I'm thinking about doing a review on, so definitely keep an eye out for that. But again, thank you for watching this video. Like, subscribe, comment below, and we'll see you guys on the next one.